Hi everyone, welcome back to Crochet Rocks, to the Monday Book Club, and this is Lisa Cook's Delicious Crochet Shawls, 21 stylish crochet shawls. And let's see if we can find a price. So when I got this, it was $14.95. I don't know if that's the current price, because I did buy a couple of these a little while ago and I did one as a giveaway, but this is another one that's just in my shelf. So I'm just going through them. I very rarely look at these books, but I do use them sometimes for a bit of inspiration. I don't normally make the patterns, but I like to get some inspiration. So let's have a look. This is I'm not sure if that is Lisa Cook or just a model, but I think we're going, oh, here we are. This is Lisa Cook, I believe. Yep, okay. So we won't read that. We'll just go straight in. Now, I do like this one. I think that's quite unusual. It's more of just a shoulder warmer, in my opinion. It's like can be used as a wide scarf or just a shrug thing that go over your shoulders. I quite like that. We're not actually in yet, though. Here's the projects. And, oh, here we go. We've got a nice little thumbnail of each one. Not that you can really see a great deal of detail, but there's quite a few in here to sort of choose from, I suppose. Okay, let's get moving. So this is called Banana Split, and it is split in the middle and it is yellow, so I guess that's kind of a banana split. We've got a couple of different stitches going on. We've got the wave stitches going through there, and this one, which looks like that, oh, I don't know what they call it. It's like a wave as well, isn't it? But anyway, you can see it, and here it is up close and personal. Actually, it's not. I'm not sure what stitch that is. Anyway, I'm not sure that I like the colours together, but yeah, that's Banana Split, and it's a pointed shawl. It's got a nice little scallopy edge. Scallopy. I won't show you the pattern, but we do have some charts. This one is called Berry Lime Pie. Very strange name for a shawl, I think, especially the pie bit on the end, but it's quite pretty. I think it is mostly down to the yarn, because it's a very, it's kind of just one stitch, isn't it? You know what I mean? And it's one of those wonky ones. I don't know about those. I've never used a shawl that's a wonky shawl. I've never made one. I don't very rarely use one, but I've never done one that's kind of that way, like a big. Is that an isosceles triangle? I don't know. I can't remember. I think it is. This one's called Blueberry Muffin. I've got some very odd names going on for shawls, but I like the colour, obviously, because I really, really like blue. And it has something about it. It looks very, very lacy, doesn't it? A good drape. So whatever yarn's been used here is very, very drapey and fine. I like that one. It's obviously not pointy. It might be, actually. It might be another wonky one, but looking at this. Is this the same one? I think it is. It's actually pretty, though. Although it's very plain, I think that's because it is lacy, very drapey, and I like the edging. This one, Cafe Latte. Well, okay, I can get that one. It is very kind of latte colours. Again, it's a pointy one. That's what it looks like at the back. Very sort of standard, what we're used to seeing. I won't show you the picture, but there is a chart. Oh, there's more. So it's on a few pages. Then we've got Cherry Bakewell. We're going back to cakes. This is not good for my diet, this. I'm not supposed to be thinking about cake. But apart from the blue, I can see the colours of a Cherry Bakewell in there. I don't think I'd have a blue Cherry Bakewell. But then again, I haven't had a cake in a while, so you never know. There we go, that's the back. Quite pretty. But I'm not really personally into the pointed shawls. I always find them a little wonky. You'd have to weight them down. Now, this is unusual. This is called Cream Tea. And I'm not going to stick my neck out and say what kind of, if it's straight or not, because it's got some funny cornering going on. It is, actually. a pointy shawl, but it must be where it goes in these stages. I'd like to see that, you know, I'd like to see the edge. They've not photographed that very well, because, you know, if it's going to be finished off where you've got these kind of edges, I'd quite like to see what that looks like. You've only got one. Very sticky pages because they're new. I've not had this one open, but that's kind of how it's going to lay. I think I would have liked to have seen more of that. Can't really see it on the other pictures so much, the way it's being held. Right, this one, Custard Slice. Oh my goodness, this is really going to give me some fancies, isn't it? This maybe it wasn't the best book to choose from, but it doesn't really look like a custard slice to me, but never mind. I don't know what I think about that one yet. It's very long stitches, very kind of long. This one's called Earl Gray, only because it is grey, and there it is at the back. It's kind of not a very pointed, you know what I mean? It's more of a gradual. Mine like a cape sort of way it lays. And that's because it's kind of hexagonal, if you get my drift. It probably isn't a hexagon, but you know what I mean? Gooseberry Fall, back on the sweetie stuff. We've got some tassels going on this one. And if you wore it forwards, this is what it would look like. Has that got, yeah, there's another page. They're very sticky. They're brand new, that's why. Honey cake. This one's honey cake. I quite like this. Not so much the colours that they've used, but I like the fact that it goes in these kind of stages. And I did a pattern a little while ago that was very much like that. I don't know if I did a tutorial for it though. Most of the things I've been making lately, I've not done tutorials for them, and maybe I'll have to get my head in gear to get that done. But that's this one, and it is a big pointy one rather than a gradual. It's quite a severe point. This one is called Mango Sorbet. At least sorbets are not quite as fattening, but that's a nice one. Again, it's over a few rows, so you get this nice banding effect. I quite like those. That's what it looks like from the back. Quite pretty. Quite a lot of instructions. Heck of a lot of instructions. Wow, more than I thought. This one, Neapolitan Ice Cream, and I can really understand that because it is the colours and the way it sort of, that one owns the name. Yep, it does. But again, it's in that kind of band of sort of colours I quite like, and the, you know, the, what am I saying, band of stitches. That's probably what I'm getting at. Lots of instructions yet again, and there we go. That's what I mean. You can see that it builds up the same kind of few after a few rows, and that, I like that one actually. Oh, that's pretty, but that's the yarn, isn't it, that's making it that pretty. This is called Peaches and Cream, and this reminds me of that yarn that I made my Baby Bubbles blanket with the first time round, that kind of pastel rainbow. But there's a lot of white in that one, whereas there's not a lot of white in mine. But maybe that's been, I think that's been manipulated, obviously, because it wouldn't be in these even stripes. That'd be real luck, wouldn't it, to get that? So that's, I like that one. It's more of a shoulder again, and those are the ones that I quite like, rather than the long points. I'm a bit more in favour of these ones. And that's what it looks like. See, it's more of a, you could use that as a scarf in the winter and to keep your back nice and warm. Quite like that one. What's this? Pumpkin Melba. Have you ever had a pumpkin Melba? Peach Melba. I've never had a pumpkin Melba. But that, again, I like the way the back hangs in these little... It's more interesting than the usual just straight. It's quite nice. Let's get rid of the instruction. We've got charts as well on every one of them, which is I quite like. Queen of Tarts. Charming. I don't know. Again, this one is more of a wrap or more of a kind of a wide scarf. I was thinking of making one of these for the winter. Not this particular one, but a wide scarf. Because I thought you could go over your head, couldn't it? And then go round your neck. As long as it was lacy enough and drapey, then that could be done. So I might be doing that on my channel at some point. This one is a Raspberry Ripple. Okay. Let's have a look to see if we can see a better picture of showing it in its... I don't know if we're going to get one, you know. Those are not... I thought I heard thunder then. I was going to say I'd be stuck out here in the thunder. Lots and lots of instructions on this one, which doesn't look like it's that intricate, does it? Again, it looks like a few rows of repeat. But 1, 2, 3, and there's the charts. But 4. But we're not going to get to see that one without being all scrunched up by the model, which is unfortunate. I'd like to have seen more of the actual pattern of that one. Well, I don't like it when they do that, you know. Rhubarb crumble, this one. This is the one I liked from the front page. Again, I think there's been quite a lot of these where they kind of be just shoulder warmers, keep your back nice and warm as a scarf. I quite like them. More of a scarf really, isn't it? Again, we've got the instructions and what's this one? Screwball ice cream. Really? Well, where are they getting these names from? Okay, so that's what it looks like from that view. This is what it looks like from that view. See, it would have been so much better to show the other one in all these different views, but no. No, why would we do that? Wow, squarey one. Seaside Sunday, this one. It's nice-ish, but it's not my cup of tea. It is pretty, though. Been better as a throw, I think, personally, for me. This one is called Summer Fruit Pudding. I think this girl had a sweet tooth. I don't know about you, but she's a fattening woman. That's all I can say. I like it, but it's the colours that I like more. When I look at this part of the pattern, I'm not too sure. It's a bit holy. They kind of remind me of butterflies in a way, but yes and no. Okay, I think I'm near enough at the end of the book, but we do have another one or two. Tutti Frutti. It's got a bit of a spike going on, this one. This is what it looks like from the back. You can see the spike stitches. Is that the only one that's left? Looks like it might be. Yeah, because we're at the techniques and how to do. Well, all in all, I quite like this book. Some of the books I've, you know, they don't kind of float my boat so much. There's a few things in there I like, but a lot of them is trying to, like, reinventing the wheel, isn't it? But they are kind of designs that I think this person has come up with that are a little bit different in a lot of cases. So Lisa Cook's book, I don't know, bit of a thumbs up from me. There's a few things, I mean, her names that they leave a lot to be desired, but you know, there's only so many names I guess you can call them. But you know, there we go. Well, tell me what you think in the comment section. Do you like this? There's a few really interesting ones in there. Again, I don't think I'd make them. I might get inspiration from a few to kind of design something or come up with something. But yeah, not bad at all. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.